Hello, hello. Welcome back to the What We Said podcast, everybody. Gobble, gobble. Gobble, what is the song? Gobble me, swallow me.
Please. Happy Thanksgiving, folks.
How you doing?
I hope you're having a great... Hope you're feeling grateful this week. This is the perfect timing for this episode.
Ho-ho. You're like, ho-ho, hope.
Trying not to become Mrs. Claus already. Honestly, I'm dressed like... I'm giving Christmas right now, kind of.
Yeah, it's cute.
I'm thinking I'm a little fall. We do this episode every year, you guys. And every year, it is probably my top favorite episode of the year because it makes me sob like a baby and it restores faith in humanity. I feel like right now is a great time to try and restore any semblance of faith in humanity, you know?
100%.
And so I always love hearing these stories because they just are so heartwarming. Let's talk about some stuff that won't make us cry first, and then we can dive into these beautiful, heartwarming stories.
What's been like your number one favorite makeup product lately?
Oh.
Newfound
I think something...
or brands? This is not an ad, by the way, but I'm like, what happens to
let me think. Has like a perfect answer. I think the Makeup Forever lip liners have really been doing it for me. I've been using Anywhere Caffeine. That's what's on my lips right now. And I mean, I've been using this product for a while, so it's not like a new discovery necessarily, but I feel like out of pretty much, I used to be a Charlotte Tilbury only lip liner girl. Their lip cheat I still love. And Pillow Talk is just like forever going to be a favorite of mine. But lately, I guess for like the fall and winter, this one's a little bit more brown than Pillow Talk. It's not as pink. And I love Makeup Forever lip liners. I love the Anywhere Caffeine. A lot of people use Wherever Walnut, I think is what it's called. And it's like even a little more deeper brown. This one for my skin tone I like a lot. I didn't apply. So actually, if you're watching on YouTube, it's a little bit old at this point. You might not be able to see it that well, but it's great. Yeah, that's a favorite at the moment. What about you?
Nice. I love the Dibs lip liner.
Wait, I just got it and I haven't used it yet.
It's so good. What is the walk of shame back because I don't have it. I actually don't have it. I love all of their lip liners. I have a couple shades that I use, but you know, everyone likes a different shade, so it doesn't really matter because everyone's
complexion is different.
Yes, and everyone's lip color is different. You know, don't they say you have to get the color that matches your nipples?
Okay. I actually have heard that, but I'm just now kind of like locking into that reality. Mm-hmm. And
so that's a dead giveaway. So now you know whatever colors we say we like as lip liners.
The thing is, that's actually
full
not
picture.
That's not matching my nipples at all. That color. So
okay,
interesting. I'll have to be considering that.
Color matching. Me and Sephora.
Color matching your nipples is crazy.
For tour, JC and I both were on our makeup grind. Mm-hmm. Like I have never used so many makeup products. I was baking my face. I was setting my face. I was using all kinds of, I love the Dibs setting spray as well. So good.
I will say the Dibs, like, guys, this literally is not an ad for Dibs.
No. But
it sounds like it. I actually hate when people clarify that things aren't ads, but then I do it myself sometimes. And let me give you context to that. I don't like when people clarify that something isn't an ad because then you're basically saying that it's more authentic than your ads. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're saying like, oh no, I swear this isn't an ad. It's like, oh, okay, so your ads you're being fake then. Like that's what it's giving to me.
I think more so it's unprovoked because an ad is provoked. So even if it's authentic, it's provoked by, you know.
It's contractual.
It's supposed to be at that time.
Right.
It's supposed to be brought up at the time. No matter how much you love it, it's supposed to be at that time. And that's just a matter of fact.
Right.
When I think of people doing a disclaimer, I give them the benefit of the doubt that it's just like, oh, I'm just talking about this randomly. It's not the time that I've been told to talk about something else.
No, I get that.
Especially in this context.
I get that.
Especially with us.
I'm just saying sometimes I think it can come across as like, no, you can trust me because this isn't an ad. And it's like, oh, so I can't trust your other ones? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the energy I think that disclaimer can sometimes give. Although I completely understand it. And yes, I agree. But the Dibs like duo brush, I use every single day of my life. I use it every day on tour.
So good.
For bronzer and like the fluffy brushes, everything. I'm obsessed. We were on our makeup grind. I feel like I actually learned a lot about makeup and about what I like and about even being on stage and having to do
How
more
much
makeup.
Shout out Maddie Bernard. We watched her.
Yes.
We talked about her multiple times now, but I watched her
Love
video
her.
that you recommended, how to get your makeup to makeup, and I watched both videos. She has two parts.
Yes.
And I watched both of them, and I was putting on layers. I put on the foundation, then I put on the liquid concealer and the liquid bronzer and the contour, and then I put on the powder, and then I put on powder blush, then I put on powder bronzer. And it really makes a huge difference, especially for stage. The highlighter, the eyeshadow, the different layers of blending. And I'm still very much learning. And like I was saying, my skin does not like to wear that much makeup every single day. But when I need it, it's nice to know how to do it.
It's true. And I feel like she gives good tips on how to kind of like cake your face without looking cakey, because I always say, like, I will do a full blown, I'll do my makeup for 30 minutes. I take a photo. It looks like I'm not wearing makeup. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
And it's because sometimes you have to put on more makeup than you think. But if you're using the right products for your skin and if they're all layering well, it doesn't look super cakey, even though maybe you are putting on more layers than normal. And I feel like for stage, we definitely needed that element. And yeah, just like the glowy products versus the matte products. Like, there's so much to learn about makeup. It's such an art.
Yes.
And I feel like we learned a lot throughout
And
these few
matching.
months.
I've been learning a lot about my skin tone. I have like very neutral skin tone. It's not too cool. It's not too warm. So I have to find more neutral foundations and neutral. I love the Fenty Beauty foundation. So good. That one is like, goes on so smooth. It makes like my face a perfect canvas for then contouring, for blush, for all those things. It just makes everything so even. Love Fenty Beauty concealer as well. It's so good.
I have to say, for if you struggle with acne or if like you're trying to do the whole like non-pore clogging ingredients thing, I love the Armani Luminous Silk foundation and concealer. That's what I used our whole tour. That's what I've been using. And I genuinely feel like it just, again, everyone has different skin issues, or not even issues, but like preferences with ingredients, and I feel like that one agrees with like my face. That specifically I felt like was never clogging things, and I love it. Like,
And
looks very
foundation
nice too. Gorgeous. Love it.
I also, sorry, I'm throwing out all my recommendations. The Makeup by Mario eye stuff. Like, I love their eye makeup. I love his palette for just good old fashioned, grays and browns and flat eyeshadow. And his eyeliner pencil, because I can't really do like a liquid, because I have hooded eyes, and just as I get older, I can't just do a straight wing. I have to make it a blended look. Like, I have to blend it very well, and to get some kind of eyeliner situation going. And his eyeliner pencil has like a blending brush on the back that works so well, that gives you like a smokier it kind of gives me early 2000s like party girl eyeliner vibes, which I love. But
I feel like two brands that I fell in love with. Okay, wow, we're like really diving in, guys. It's not the Sephora sale anymore, probably. Two brands that I feel like I fell in love with the past few months too. Now that we're bringing all this up,
we want to be very surface level, then go.
Exactly. Is Patrick Ta. I love his bronzing and blush palettes, and also One Size. Their setting spray, their eyeliner. I have a brown eyeliner and a black eyeliner from them, and I was obsessed with both of them, and I feel like they stayed really well. Really well.
Translucent powder from them is really good too.
Yes, I used their translucent powder. Their like pink powder for under my eyes. It looked really, really good. I really like One Size. I hadn't really used a ton of their products before the past few months, so love them. And I just had another thought that I was gonna share, but I think
my favorite blush is from Rare Beauty. Favorite liquid blush is from Rare Beauty.
I love Rare Beauty.
Thanks, Selena.
I love their eyebrow gel too. I wanted to interview you about your shopaholicism.
Okay, I'll go for it.
Because we were talking a few weeks ago about it.
They can put in the comments when the stories start for people who don't care.
Okay, perfect. So why are you a shopaholic? What do you love about shopping? Do you love the thought of it before? Do you love during, or do you love after, or all three?
Like, I gotta go. Can't be without it. I love all three.
Wow. Okay.
I love thinking about it. I love doing it in person. I love doing it online. I love plotting it. Like I love plotting what I'm going to buy, what I need to buy. Like the whole entire process of shopping, I love.
Do you like trying things on?
Love trying things on.
My nightmare.
Unless I'm postpartum.
Okay.
Or
relatable.
pregnant. If I'm pregnant, I hate trying things on because it's uncomfortable. I'm hot in the dressing room. It's just like an uncomfortable experience. And at home, I hate trying things on at home.
Oh, okay.
Both.
So you're saying, because I don't like trying things on anywhere, but especially at home, like trying to get ready for the day, kill me.
Oh, I like trying things on at home, like to get ready for the day. I'm saying like if I order something, like if I order a Zara package or something.
Yeah.
And I usually like trying that on at home unless I'm pregnant or postpartum where I'm like hot, I'm sweating, I'm usually hormonal. It's just like a bad experience. That's the only time I don't like it.
Okay. Interesting.
But I love trying things on because I love to kind of, it's like creation, like putting things together. Okay, try this shirt on. I take a long time to get dressed as well. And I'm actually getting rid of my laundry chair in my room. I'm scared about that. But I feel as though it might force me to.
To what? Put
Well, I
stuff
was going
away?
to say put stuff away, but it'll probably just end up on my floor.
Yeah.
Or on my bed.
I love a laundry chair.
I know.
Yeah, I have two. It's awesome. They're huge.
I'll probably just replace it with a new laundry chair. What was I saying?
It's just the reality of life, the laundry chair. It just happens.
fine.
If you have like a bench at the end of your bed or a chair in your room, like it inevitably becomes the place where you just set stuff.
You have to set stuff places.
Yeah.
I also just love, I think it's half and half. I don't actually think I'm a shopaholic in terms of I'm like hiding credit cards and I don't like go above my means necessarily to shop. I have always loved shopping since I was a little girl. Like it's not even necessarily a vice. It can be, but I have always just been able, the endurance I have when I'm shopping, I wish I could translate to other areas in my life. When I would go with my mom and my sister when we were little, they both would be like, okay, like we've been here for an hour now. Can we please leave? And I'm like, I only tried on my first round. I've got multiple rounds. Like I'm collecting, I'm bringing huge piles to the dressing room. I'm trying them all on. I'm thinking about it. I'm going back for more. I'm, doing multiple rounds.
That is a wow. Cause like as you're saying that, it's like I am like, I hate that. Like I do not like that process at all. And I'm trying to understand. I think it's because you do love fashion and you like love, because I've said this before, I want to get ready as quickly as possible in the morning. Like to me, that's not a like exciting part of my day where I'm like, what should I wear? I'm like, what's the quickest thing that like, yeah, that probably looks like it would match. And I very rarely, which is why all my outfits are ugly, I don't try on multiple things. I just pick something that would be predictable together. I'm like, that should match. Like I don't, basically day to day, I'm not like trying out different shirts for a thing.
That's very interesting.
I literally just pick, I'm like, that will probably match. And then I put on, if it's like actually I feel hideous, then I'll change. But I'll just be like, yeah, good enough. And that's kind of like my thought process.
Okay, interesting. That is a, like that's interesting for me to hear.
Takes out a notebook.
Because I'm the opposite. Like I start with one thing. Usually if it's a new thing I'm trying to wear, like a shirt or pants or something, I'll start with it and then I'll build upon.
It'll evolve.
For example, if I'm getting ready for a podcast and I put on a skirt, like a new skirt that I have, I'll put the skirt on. I'll look for the shirt that matches. I'll try on one shirt. I'm like, that's not it. I'll put the shirt back. I get out another shirt or like a sweater. I get that sweater. I'm like, that's not it. Like I'll get on a jacket and then like, okay, the jacket's cute. Now I need to find a tank top that goes under it. Like I'll try a couple different tank tops under the jacket. Then I'll move to shoes. And then that kind of takes me a while as well.
Yeah, that's a whole process that I don't
process.
do. Sometimes what I will do is take things out and lay them on my bed and be like, that probably won't look good. But I'm like trying to avoid at all costs, like trying to change multiple times. Because I think that is like, I don't like
it's kind of overstimulating though too as well.
Yeah.
Like
and then there's like clothes all over the room and I'm like, this is so stressful. But I do think that, speaks to your love for fashion and creation because I don't know.
Well, okay. When you were redoing your house and renovating your house and you're in your kitchen and you have tons of different tiles you're trying to figure out go with your cabinets and your countertops. Like, are you like, oh, let's just get this done. Like which one? Okay, this one, that look good. Do that. Are you like there for hours?
Yeah, I definitely am like in the weeds with that and like seeing different colors and for sure. Yeah, definitely.
This podcast is sponsored by Fabletics. I absolutely love Fabletics. Fabletics and I go way back. It was one of the first brands that I ever bought activewear from years and years and years ago. I actually bought my very first gym bag from Fabletics and it was so good. It lasted so long. I love their matching sets. They're so cute and so comfortable. I wear their sets to the gym, to a yoga class, but also just on a walk with Sophie or running errands. These pieces feel like the kind of high-end activewear that you'd pay $200 for, but you're getting that level of quality at a fraction of the price, which makes the membership feel like it pays for itself. So if you sign up as a new VIP, you get 80% off everything. The fit and the feel are dialed in. There's no waistbands rolling down. The joggers are actually keeping their shape. Their jackets are warm. They don't have the bulk. It basically solves all the usual issues that I've personally had with activewear while still being soft, breathable, durable enough for workouts. And like I said, it goes everywhere with you. Travel, everyday errands, and that workout class. Fabletics already has amazing deals, but right now they're running their biggest sale of the year on top of that. So we've got an exclusive offer just for you, 80% off everything when you sign up as a VIP. So head to fabletics.com/whatwesaid and sign up as a VIP to get 80% off everything. This is only available through our link. So go to fabletics.com/whatwesaid to sign up as a VIP and you get 80% off. That's fabletics.com/whatwesaid. Go check it out. You guys know we love a matching pajama set here at the What We Said podcast. That's really all I will sleep in nowadays. I feel like maybe that's just, wanting to have a luxurious sleeping experience. I'm focusing on the quality of my sleep. I need to be able to really take advantage of the hours that I get. And something that helps me is having soft pajamas, specifically Skims pajamas. Okay, I just got a really cute pair of their holiday pajamas. They are so soft, so stretchy. They're not too structured or itchy or moving around when I'm sleeping. That's actually my worst nightmare. Skims just has the best pajamas in general, whether you prefer a long sleeve, a short sleeve, shorts, long pants, tighter, looser. Skims has you covered, and they are such a good place to go to for the holidays to gift that person that's hard to shop for. Everyone loves good sleepwear.
I love a Skims sleep set. There is truly nothing I love more. I feel like they just have so many options. They also have kids stuff, which is so cute. Last year I had this little gingerbread onesie that Benny wore during Christmas time. And then I had a matching sleep set that was the same fabric. And I was obsessed with that little matching moment. I'm 100% going to be shopping on Skims again to get us all some matching pajamas. They also have men's stuff. The fabric is just so soft and I absolutely love it. So shop our favorite pajamas at skims.com. After you place your order, be sure to let them know that we sent you. Select podcast in the survey and be sure to select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. And if you're looking for the perfect gifts for everyone on your list, the Skims holiday shop is now open at skims.com.
The Amaze Puff Jacket from Columbia is going to be your new favorite puffer with all of the classic Columbia touches that you would expect, like OmniShield technology that keeps moisture and stains away. It has a removable hood, which we absolutely love, tons of colors, and 3 exceptionally soft lengths. So if you want a longer look and that's your thing, go for it. I love a cropped look, probably because I'm shorter and I want to, remind people I do, in fact, have a waist. I got the cropped blue Amaze Puff Jacket from Columbia. It just came. It's so cute. It's a nice, subtle pop of color, but still feels neutral to me that I cannot wait to wear all winter long. I also have some, I'm scheming for some winter trips and it will be packed away with me. Don't you worry. These really are so warm, cozy, and comfortable with just ultra soft material. And you know that it's going to withstand the weather. It's weather resistant. Maybe you're looking for yourself to gift yourself something, or you're looking to give a friend or a sister-in-law or basically anybody on your list.
It also has an easy to grab chunky zipper, which is so nice, especially if you're somewhere very cold, you're wearing gloves. Like, it's actually so annoying when the zipper is tiny and you're trying to grab it. It's just very functional, but also cute. I have it in black and I just feel like an all black, like a black puffer with black leggings or whatever. It just looks so chic. Put some sunglasses on. It's so cute and it's so soft and warm and comfy. It's literally like wearing a hug. It is truly a jacket to take with you everywhere. This is great for trips, great if you live somewhere cold, obviously. I feel like a puffer jacket is just a staple in the wardrobe for the winter time. So head to Columbia.com to get your hands on an Amaze Puff jacket for the holidays. They're tough on cold, soft on you. Also, I see some spooky outfits from a few years ago. And that's what has me scared of me wearing these hooves right now. I'm scared. Yeah, I know. I'm 3 years late. Shut up.
Of me wearing these hoops. I love the hoops. I love an UGG always.
Yeah, and you're not wearing them this year.
I actually am. I'm wearing my micro mini Uggs. They're like actually, they just keep going smaller and smaller and smaller.
So they're not a platform.
No.
Exactly. I'm late.
Not the hooves. Yeah. No, you're not late.
I know.
You're not late. You're right on time.
At least I can be aware of it, though.
A queen is never late.
That's right. Fixing my crown.
Chin up, sis.
Chin up. Chin up, princess. All right. Let's dive into these stories so I can sob my eyes out.
Lift Miss Chin up. Your crown's falling. Show us that implant.
I got a few on my recent Q&A. I actually got multiple people saying they're getting chin implants. Like,
it's that time of year.
Literally.
Isn't it the time of year you got it?
Yeah, I got it in January.
Wintertime.
Yeah, wintertime. You're hunkering down, you're hibernating, and you're getting an implant. Yes.
Get all the work now so you have time to recover before you're going back for the new year.
Before summer.
Hey girls, I'm a huge Valley girl and have been a listener and follower of y'all's for years. I save your podcast for my drive to work in the morning to start my day off on a high note. Oh, I love that. Okay, so this just happened to me literally 2 weeks ago. Recently, where I live, the temperature is starting to drop. Whenever this happens, my tire pressure on my car usually drops as well. I was driving one day and got the notification that I had low tire pressure. Yeah, we ignore that as girls, okay?
It's just an emoji that pops up. No, don't pay attention to it.
2 days later, as I was driving to work, I decided to stop at a gas station to get gas and fill up my tires with air. A little backstory, in college one time, my tire pressure dropped and I attempted to fill them up myself. Big emphasis on attempted. I somehow let the air out of all of my tires almost completely. I called my dad crying at 8 a.m., stranded at a sketchy gas station in my college town, and he made me get the gas station attendant to fix it, and the man was a king and did. Since then, I've made my dad, boyfriend, or brother do it because I'm scared. So this day, I put on my big girl panties and filled my tires with air, or so I thought. I fill the tires and start to drive away when I see that my tire pressure in all tires has dramatically dropped to a dangerously low level. I pull back into the air machine area and try to figure out what's going on. Thankfully, another young girl was there having the same problem. I asked her if she filled her tires correctly before since I hadn't, and I wanted to figure out if this was a me problem or the machine problem. She said she's done it many times and thinks it was the machine that messed up. Together, we go into the gas station and ask the attendant for help. She goes, "It should be working." We said that it wasn't and pushed for her to come out. She said she would send somebody out to check. When the guy came out, me and the other girl spent 5 minutes explaining the situation to him. At the end of our explanation, he said he did not speak English. Great. He holds up a finger as if to say, "I'll be back," and heads inside. He never came back. After 20 minutes of waiting.
A ghosting story?
Yeah. Like, which one is this? After 20 minutes of waiting, we start to freak out. Then, out of nowhere, a guy comes out of a landscaping truck and walks over to us. He was an older man and very big, and us being two small young girls at a gas station at 8 a.m., we were a little bit scared. He came up to us and asked if we were okay. We explained the entire situation. He said, "One moment," then walked back to his truck. He came back with a portable tire filler. He filled all 4 of each of our tires, 8 total, and went through 2 battery packs on his machine. He was so kind. When he was done, we offered him some cash and he would not take it. He just wanted to help. Thank you, Mike. The story gets better because during our troubles and before Mike saved the day, a young mom named Stephanie came to fill her tires. We told her the machine wasn't working and she left. She came back 20 minutes later to see if we were still stranded and if she could help. Once she saw Mike was already helping us, she went into the gas station to complain on our behalf that they wouldn't help us even though their broken machine is what caused our problems. Thank you, Stephanie. Finally, I get into work late because of all of this. I explained to my boss and some of my coworkers the story and they are all completely understanding. One of my coworkers I tell the story to is someone I call my work dad. He's a father to 3 girls all around my age. He's always looking out for me, joking with me, and pushing me to work hard. He is awesome. 2 days after I tell my work dad, Jason, this story, I come into work and I see a brand new portable tire filler sitting on my desk. No. I immediately get tears in my eyes. I go to Jason's office and I just hold up the box smiling. I tell him, "Thank you so much. You didn't have to do this," to which he says, "I know, but I told my wife what happened and we both didn't want you in that situation again. We were planning on getting some for the girls for Christmas, so we just got an extra for you." What started off as a horrible day ended up being such a sweet, wholesome memory and gave me faith in humanity. And now if I'm ever stranded, at least I will be able to get my way out of it. Oh, that's so sweet. I love that it's multiple people.
Yeah.
Just like a series of helpful. I just love that. I love when it's contagious and it spreads, and then there's multiple people helping and everyone's kind of in on it. And it's just all of a sudden you have an ensemble of nice strangers.
It really, if it's very like just a feeling of togetherness that I feel like sometimes is hard in today's society to feel. It's when it's multiple. It's very, very sweet. I also love a girl dad. I just love a comforting girl dad. You just know they got your back. Okay. Hi, ladies. Huge fan and first time writing in. Valley Girls Unite. Truly my favorite podcast. The story I'm about to tell involves you, believe it or not. Oh no.
You're the villain. And I had to have help.
And I've been wanting to tell this one for the past year, but just haven't had the right prompt until now. Last year on October 1st, 2024, I was enjoying my drive to my new job. My drive to work is about 45 minutes, but 30 minutes in on that morning, my drive quickly turned for the worse. A driver that we later found out to be impaired fully crossed over into my lane, going pretty fast. I was able to react quick enough to crank my wheel to the right, causing him to hit my rear passenger side, avoiding a head-on collision that could not have ended well. After a 360 turn and landing in a bush that I still think on my drive daily, I found myself gripping the wheel, audibly saying, I'm okay, like okay, Tate McRae. I'm dead. The airbags had went off and I was feeling pretty confused at that point. Oh, and here's where you ladies come in. This happened bright and early at 7:30 on a Tuesday, and you guessed it, the new episode of What We Said had just dropped. And yes, it's true, the radio does not always turn off after an accident. As I tried to climb out of my car, it was clear that my door could not open due to the side of the ditch. I was confused after hitting my head whether it was the airbag or the impact itself. I can't even explain this confusion as I tried to climb out, but wasn't getting anywhere. I immediately started screaming, "Get me out, help," over and over. Luckily, as this happened on a pretty busy road on a weekday morning, there were so many other cars who witnessed the accident. As I'm crying and screaming, there's a man who quickly ran to my door to help me out. He reassured me that everything was okay, got my door open, and literally pulled me out. I guess men can be good for some things, ladies. Upon him pulling me out, I was bawling at this point. It was like a movie. I gave the man the biggest hug I had ever given and sobbed for a minute. He was truly so nice and caring, total dad vibes. Not a day has gone by since where I don't think about his kindness and willingness to jump into action to help me. I know what he drives, but nothing else. To this day, this has been the nicest thing anyone has done for me, a complete stranger that I can't even properly thank, as moments later I was taken to the hospital. Luckily, I only suffered minor injuries, including whiplash and a concussion. I'm so thankful for that. Thank you, ladies, for being with me in that moment, too. Us Valley Girls stick together.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I feel like accidents
Please tell me we weren't being insufferable and making the moment worse.
Yeah, totally.
An ad pops up and you can't skip it.
I was talking about being shopaholics. This guy's like, okay.
Trying to save your life. That's so sweet.
That's so sweet. I feel like accidents also like really bring out humanity. When something happens, I always see so many gathering. You know, just if someone, even like a small little thing, I feel like people will all run out to help.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's really sweet.
It's nice that someone was there and, I don't know, just lets you be emotional and like lets you just let it all out. Sweet. Hi, girls. I've been following you both and listening to the pod for literally as long as I can remember. Obsessed with you both. Sorry that this is a long one, but I promise it's worth it. I went into spontaneous labor with my first and only baby at 29 weeks and 5 days. We had no idea what caused my body to go into early labor at the time. We had since found out while trying to have a second. And I had to be life flighted to a bigger hospital about 90 minutes away from where we live. I was admitted, and luckily they were able to get my contractions to stop for a few days. I posted online about what was going on because my baby shower was supposed to be the upcoming weekend, and they had told me I would have to stay at the hospital until baby decided to come. Oh, I'm so sorry. I could have never imagined the amount of support we would receive after posting that update. I started getting messages from people I hadn't seen since high school, asking if we needed any help with our dogs back at home. Other people were reaching out to see if I needed anything from home that would make me more comfortable, and they would be happy to bring it all the way to this hospital over an hour away from me. Our small group of very close friends sent us a card with $600 worth of Uber Eats and DoorDash gift cards. That's so sweet. To keep us fed while we were stuck in the hospital. I couldn't help but sob at every kind gesture and truly couldn't believe it. Unfortunately, my contractions picked back up after only 3 days at the hospital, and I ended up having our daughter at 30 weeks and 2 days. My little 3-pound, 3-ounce miracle girl. Oh, that's so cute. That's the 3-3. When I posted her birth announcement, I had even more support from people I could not I could only describe as acquaintances at the time. People who lived in the area of the hospital offering their guest rooms and showers to me so I could stay closer to my daughter but still get good rest. Others asking if they could bring me a home-cooked meal. A girl I played volleyball with in high school was offering her breast milk stash in case I couldn't produce enough. I was receiving so many cards in the mail with gift cards for gas and food to help me get to and from the hospital every day, and these were all from people I hardly ever saw or spoke to. I could not get over how incredible and supportive people can be, and it made me so thankful to have stayed in the small town I grew up in. My daughter Margot was in the NICU for 79 days, and I truly don't think I could have made it through without everyone who reached out, sent cards, or offered a warm bed or meal. It was one of the most difficult experiences of my life, but it truly restored my faith in humanity and helped shape who I am today. And since I'm sure you might be wondering, Margot came home perfectly healthy, has had 0 complications since. I'm actually sobbing. Okay. And my perfect little girl will be turning 4 next week. I have a surgery scheduled right before her birthday so that we can hopefully make her a big sister soon. She wants a baby so bad, and avoid early labor and a long NICU stay. Oh my gosh, that's such a sweet story. I'm glad that you got your baby, and hopefully your surgery goes well. Wish you healing and, the best of luck with that as well.
I feel like that also shows that you are such a loved, good person to have so much support around you, which is amazing. I feel like that says a lot about you as well. And I feel like after having a baby too, especially in a situation like that, it's such a tender, raw time. And to see people really show up is just really, really special. Oh, I'm sobbing.
No.
We love you. We love Margot.
It's such a cute name.
I have 2 little boys, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. Somehow we completely ran out of diapers and I needed to run to Costco to get some. The boys had already had a long day with only a short nap in the car. They were very emotional, but I had no choice but to take them with me to the store. We went in and I wanted to quickly grab a few other things on my list. I gathered a few things in the fresh produce section. My 3-year-old was making such a scene that I could feel people staring. I rushed to the back of the store where the diapers are. He was screaming, "I want to go home." At this point, I did too. I decided to forget the rest of the
me
stuff.
and you both, buddy.
I decided to forget the rest of the stuff on my list and rush to the front of the store. Of course, my 3-year-old says, "I need to go potty." He's just learning how to potty train. In Costco, you can't take your cart near the bathroom if you haven't checked out. I left my cart, grabbed both kids in my arms. I'm also very pregnant, by the way. And raced to the bathroom. We finished in the bathroom, got back to the cart where he now refused to get in because I can't let him walk because he's barefoot. He had another meltdown. I finally get him in the cart. At this point, I'm on the verge of tears. I see some carts next to us that clearly have merchandise that need to be put back in the store. I decide I don't even care to buy the other items in my cart. I just need the diapers and to leave as quickly as possible. I unload about 6 items into the return cart and head to checkout. Of course, there's long lines everywhere. I made eye contact with a middle-aged woman who mouths, Do you need to check out?" I said yes. She motions for me to take her spot in line.
Why am I sobbing at that?
She gets... Oh, I'm sobbing. She could see I was struggling. I scanned the diapers, and behind me, I hear her say, wait, I want to buy those for you. I turned and said, "No, you really don't need to do that." She said, "I want to." And she put her card in the machine. At this point, I did start crying because I couldn't believe how nice this was. She gave me a hug and said something like, "You can do this." I thanked her over and over. I could not believe she did that for me. I waited in this unusually long line to leave the store and finally made it to my car. I loaded my kids in the car. I'm inconsolable. I'm unwell. I loaded my kids in the car and opened my trunk to put the diapers in. Behind me, I heard "Did you want these items too?" And the same lady put a box of all the groceries that I had unloaded from my cart into my trunk. I realized she'd seen me unload my stuff into another cart. I couldn't believe it. She gave me a hug and said, "I believe in young moms." She went on her way. I couldn't help but cry when I got in the car. A complete stranger just did that for me. When I got home, I brought the box of groceries inside and was unloading them. I noticed at the bottom of the box, the woman left a silver heart that I remember seeing on her necklace, a token to remember her. The woman was so observant. Looking for ways to serve, it makes me want to be more like that. Oh my gosh.
I'm not okay.
Not the silver necklace.
Not the memento.
Oh my gosh.
That's so sweet.
Oh, that's so sweet. I feel like I've had a few little experiences like that as a mom that have warmed my heart so much, not to like that extent, But I think I don't know if I ever told the story on the podcast when we were on a flight with Benny and she was crying that the pressure was like super bad. It was the one that like we got delayed for hours and then she like missed her nap and she wasn't taking her bottle and she was crying on the flight and I was like on the verge of tears when we got off the flight because I was just like so overstimulated. It was one of our first trips with her and I was like had this vision in my mind, like traveling with our baby, we're gonna make it work, and it was like so hard.
And you're leaving, you're like, and then that was the last first and last.
And I was like, oh gosh, that was like just way harder than I expected it to be. And so I was like on the verge of a breakdown, and we also had so many delays. We got to LA, whatever, we had to drive. Anyway, there was just all this stuff
before that.
Huh? Oh yeah, at the airport. I don't know if I shared this, but this lady was like, I can't remember. It was her and her husband. And after we got off the flight, I'm sobbing. She was like, you're doing amazing. You're doing such a great job. And I literally started sobbing. I don't know if I shared that part on the podcast before, but I like started sobbing. No, I did? Okay.
No, I don't think you did.
Oh yeah. I started sobbing and I was like, thank you so much. And I was just saying, I'm like, I feel like when you become a parent, it's like just a hard thing. It's a hard transition. And it's like, the word that always comes to mind is like overstimulated. It could just be a very overstimulating thing where it's like you're not used to all of these like obstacles or things in your way. It's like, yes, obviously you chose to have this baby, you're ready, but also it's like you can't foresee all of the random little things that are going to come your way. And I feel like when I read stories like this, it like just warms my heart that other women are willing to like it makes me want to be more like that. First of all, and just like tell other moms that they're doing a great job, even if they feel very overstimulated or just like overwhelmed in the moment. Because even though those are small things, like you're just running to Target with your kids, you're running to Costco, and it just like doesn't seem like a big deal, but it's like the pile up of like you're maybe already stressed about other things, and then this is happening, and then it just like compiles, and you're just like, I am gonna have a mental breakdown. And then when someone's just nice, it's so nice.
I also feel like when it is something to do with your kids crying or they're having a tantrum and you're on public, like you're trying to deal with that situation, but you're also in the back of your mind feeling insecure because you're like, that other people are hearing, maybe they're frustrated and they're maybe annoyed by the noise. Like you just don't want to be a bother as well. So you're thinking of that on top of everything else. So when someone comes over and offers help and it kind of like it gives you a sense of relief, I think as well, because you start to realize
people are
they're actually having the opposite experience. They want to help me. They don't.
They're not annoyed by me.
Yeah, just a nuisance. They're thinking the opposite.
I think that's why I was crying, like literally not even because I was like frustrated. I was literally crying on the flight because everyone was so nice around us. And like literally this like woman turned back, she's like, oh, poor baby. Like she's like, the pressure's really bad right now. There was another kid that was like crying a lot too. And anyway, but it just like was so heartwarming to know that like, sure, maybe some people were annoyed, but like no one showed it. And truly everyone was so supportive. Yeah. And it's just like, sometimes I feel like you expect the worst, and it's really nice to see the best in humanity instead.
I love the older moms who are always comforting like the younger moms too. It's such like a warm energy that they have because it's like they've been there. They have like a sentimental feeling toward it as well. So they see it like from a different perspective of how good you're doing and how special that time is while you're in the middle of it. So they're offering. I've had so many situations I've told on the podcast about like older moms who, one mom had her teenage daughter with her, and like I had Case and Elwin. One of the first times I like had brought them out, and Case was wanting to leave, and we were in Sephora, nightmare place also. Everything's at kids level. So he's like trying to grab stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'm not shopping anymore. Like, I'm putting everything back. And she's like, do you need help? Do you want me to put those things back? Do you want me to do whatever? And she's like, you're doing a great job. Like moms need help sometimes and whatever. And I was just like sobbing. I'm like, it's like very sweet because it's encouraging. You're like, okay, I can do it. I'm doing it.
And again, people aren't bothered. They see me and they want to help. Yeah, it's very, very, very heartwarming. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't wear. I always say this. I'm glad I didn't wear makeup. Same. I didn't wear makeup on purpose. I make up. I love a protein shake. I feel like it's such a good like midday pick me up or post workout snack, and to have it just taste like essentially a milkshake and you're getting a bunch of protein is my kind of snack. We love Clean Simple Eats at this podcast. This is the protein powder that I always use, and I love it so much. They have so many fun flavors. Like they always have holiday seasonal flavors. They also have a ton of other products. Like if you guys are in your health era, you need to just go to their website and use our code. We do have a code that I will give you at the end. The flavors that I use the most are probably their simple vanilla, their chocolate brownie batter. Also, their coconut cream is insane. But like I said, they have so many good holiday flavors that are amazing. Clean Simple Eats, their protein powder has nothing artificial. So they're third-party tested, non-GMO, soy-free, and there's 0 added sugar. Each serving has 20 grams of grass-fed whey protein isolate. It is so creamy and smooth. It's not chalky, and it doesn't just give this nasty protein aftertaste.
And if you've never tried Clean Simple Eats before, they have a protein powder variety pack that you can try individual servings of multiple flavors before you commit to a full-size bag. This is the perfect way to find your new favorite flavor because, you know, you may think you're a chocolate girly, but actually the vanilla flavor is really, you know, hitting the taste buds. I personally do love the chocolate one very much, but I've been branching out. I like the coconut one. I like maybe the vanilla, the toasted marshmallow. So in addition to their best-selling protein powders, Clean Simple Eats also has clear protein powder. So you just mix this powder with water and you get a very refreshing light drink with 20 grams of protein, which is really amazing. So visit cleansimpleeats.com and use the code WhatWeSaid10 at checkout for 10% off your order. That's cleansimpleeats.com, code WhatWeSaid10 for 10% off your order. Link is also in the show notes. Go check it out. When I'm doing my holiday shopping, you know I can't forget about my OG girl, Sophie, okay? She's been here with us from the beginning. And something about Sophie is she has a picky stomach, okay? And I love getting her food from Chewy. Not only do I get her prescription food from Chewy that gets delivered to my door, which is so convenient and nice and makes, you know, just everything a lot easier. But also it's where I go for holiday shopping for her. She would never forgive me if I forgot about her, of course. And Chewy is the only name that I need to know for everything to keep my pet very healthy and very happy. So this holiday shopping season, Chewy's giving us a gift. Huge savings up to 40 or even up to 50% off. Daily deals, BOGOs, and so much more. Not just for dogs and cats, so birds, fish, reptiles, and more. Chewy has it all.
They have truly anything your pet could want this holiday season, from toys they love to treats they devour, apparel that you're maybe getting them in the holiday spirit. If you want to go all out, you want some Christmas photos, all at great prices with the best deals of the year. Truly, like you would think a dog wouldn't care about a new toy, but oh, do they? Lady loves the novelty. Like the second she gets a new toy, she's feral for it, and she is fancy and she absolutely loves it. So we love Chewy here at the What We Said podcast. So don't forget gifts for your pet this holiday season. Go to chewpanions.chewy.com/whatwesaidpodcast to get $20 off your first order. That is chewpanions.chewy.com/whatwesaidpodcast to get $20 off your first order. chewpanions.chewy.com/whatwesaidpodcast.
I lost my dad and stepmom in a car accident in November of 2024. I'm so sorry. They owned a second home on a lake in northern Wisconsin that my siblings and I ended up making the decision to sell after they passed away. We went up to the cabin for a weekend to clean it out in February, a few months after they passed, and didn't think anyone beyond our other immediate family members knew that we would be there. When we got there, their neighbors, who they became really good friends with during the time they'd both owned cabins on the lake, were there, and they spent the entire weekend helping us clean out the house. For them to come up and help us meant a 5-hour drive each way from their primary house in Illinois, and staying in their cabin, which is only designed to be lived in during the summers because it doesn't have full insulation, heat, or running water during the winter months. They had to wake up every couple hours in the night to put more wood on their fire so they could stay warm, and take buckets of water from our parents' house over to theirs to brush their teeth and wash their hands and everything. A snowstorm ended up coming through that weekend too, and it didn't faze them one bit. They helped us pack the enormous U-Haul through 8 inches of snow without a single question or complaint. The way they treated and helped my siblings and I during that time, just showing up and doing rather than waiting to be asked, is the exact same reason I think our parents became so close to them in the first place. I often think they became neighbors and crossed paths for this reason, somehow knowing that they'd be the ones to walk with their kids through the hardest days of our lives. I'll never be able to repay them or thank them adequately for the love they showed us that weekend while they were grieving so deeply as well. Oh, that's so sweet. And that's so tender.
I feel like that concept of like just doing and not asking is so I think it's so hard to know how to I don't know, help people who are grieving. And I feel like when people are just able to like act and just be there, and not like wait around to be asked. It's just very, very thoughtful and kind. The not having any heat or water is going to make me absolutely lose my mind and sob.
They are so special. I'm so sorry I had to go through that. That's so horrible.
So hard.
About your parents.
Okay, this story is about my mom, and it makes me burst into tears every time I think about it. Since my grandparents live in the country, their house is tucked back from the main road and they have a long dirt driveway. When my mom was little, she would sit at the window and watch her dad drive off to work. Every time he reached the end of the driveway, he'd honk the horn twice as if to say goodbye. About 5 years ago, my grandpa had a few health scares where he was in and out of the hospital over the course of a year. I'll try to remember the medical details best as possible, but basically he had a kidney transplant decades ago, and kidneys only last so long after a transplant. His had lasted a remarkably long time, but he was too old for surgery, and he started dialysis. That worked okay for a while, but eventually it couldn't keep up with his body. He was incredibly sick that entire spring, and honestly, it was one of the absolute worst times of my life and my family's. We are all very close. We kept desperately hoping something would work, but his health kept worsening. Eventually, they transitioned him to hospice care, and the hospital moved him back home so he could pass in the comfort of his own home. He passed away soon after, and when the people arrived to collect the body, my mom told them the story of when she was a little girl.
No.
And asked if they could do it one last favor for her. They agreed.
No, I actually can't.
And she stood by the window one last time. As the driver made their way down the long dirt driveway, they stopped at the end of the drive and tooted the horn.
I actually can't. Like, I can't get through this episode.
No. So my mom could have one last goodbye from her dad. Years later, and there are so many awful and bittersweet memories from that time, but the kindness of a stranger to give my mom her last goodbye always makes me teary.
Oh my God. That is so sad and so sweet. I can't get through. How are we supposed to be the ones like giving this episode to people? Like, we are not the ones. we are not emotional people. Like, we need to read. Oh my gosh.
That's so
sad
and so sweet. Oh, I have no words. Those people are angels as well, the hospice workers.
They are.
There are literally not enough words to even explain how hard I'm sure that job is.
Yes.
And it takes such special people.
Hi, ladies. I want to start by saying you're my favorite podcast. I've been listening for over 5 years, and I feel like we've really grown up together, which is so special. Anyways, time for my story. It was finals week of my very last semester in college, aka the week that determined whether or not I would graduate. I unfortunately woke up one morning to find out that my brother was in the ICU in a coma. I packed a bag within minutes and drove the 8 hours back to my hometown without thinking twice. Over the next few days, everything blurred together. Doctors, hospital machines, sleepless nights. Eventually, they told us that my brother had no brain activity and wasn't going to make it. My last final and my hardest class was just days away. I knew there was no way I could study, let alone drive all the way back and pass it. But unfortunately, I wouldn't graduate college that semester without passing that final. I emailed my professor trying to explain the situation through tears, begging if there was any way to postpone the test to sometime later in the summer. He was a notoriously difficult professor, so I was stressed and depressed and honestly not thinking straight either. My professor responded later that evening that he'd like to call me. When we got on the call, he said so empathetically, "I've done the math. I'm giving you the grade. You need to pass the class. You don't need to take the exam. Just spend time with your family." That simple act of grace changed everything. In one of the darkest moments of my life, he gave me the gift of peace, the space to grieve, to be present, to still graduate. He even texted me later that summer to check in. I'll never forget that kindness. It's been over 5 years, and I still think of that professor and his kindness often. I'm actually just trying to get through, reading these, but my heart is a puddle.
Him being a notoriously, strict and hard professor has me so... Oh,
The fact that we didn't bring tissues
is crazy.
is crazy work.
Oh, that is so sweet. I mean, oh, gosh.
I'm so sorry about your brother, too. That's horrible.
So sorry. We love this teacher.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the last one, guys, and then you won't have to listen to us sob anymore. This probably doesn't count because it was my husband, but I'm going to share anyway. I recently miscarried and was going through the wave of emotions that entails. I've miscarried before, but this one I was much farther along, and it was a very slow-moving one. My HCG levels were dropping at a snail's pace, and because of that, I was still experiencing strong morning sickness. I had to go to the doctor almost every other day for 3 weeks to get blood drawn and ultrasounds done. It was a constant reminder of this beautiful life I had created that was taken away. It depleted me. One night I was sitting in the shower. We have a glass door shower and it was pretty snug, maybe 2 feet by 2 feet. My husband was out installing a sump pump in our backyard. Our basement also flooded twice during all of this. Our kids were fast asleep and I figured I was alone, so I wept. I could not contain my tears. I was sobbing uncontrollably. Suddenly the door to our shower opens and my husband, fully dressed, mind you, climbs into the shower, pulls me into his lap and just sits there holding me, getting soaking wet while I cry. Once I contained myself, I asked him why he came in, and he just looked at me and said, "I'd rather our basement flood again tonight than have you feel alone." I think I fell in love with him all over again in that moment. It proved to me once again that I made the right choice in spending my life with him. There are men out there that treat you the way you deserve, and let this be a reminder of that.
I'm actually not okay. Like, I'm trying so hard not to wail right now.
Not the shower fully clothed. He's a good man, Savannah.
Oh, and that's why you don't marry a loser.
That's what I've been saying. Don't marry a loser. This is so sweet. I just can barely stand it.
And it also every year reminds you how many people are going through hard times and are just pushing through. And I think I'm very, oh my gosh, like I'm so, okay. Just talk.
Wait, listen. I saw a comment on our YouTube. It was like, Chelsea yelling at herself mid-cry is so real. I was laughing out loud.
No, it's unbelievable. Okay.
I understand. Okay, I was going to say, I was going to have the audacity before this episode to talk about how I haven't been as emotional recently. Wow. Wake up, mama. But I think that crying and letting out your emotions is beautiful, okay? And the only reason we're constantly trying not to cry is because we're trying to read stories to you guys.
We're trying to talk.
Yeah,
this is a broadcast, honey.
It's show business, baby, and we're trying to, be on, but it's hard when you're sobbing uncontrollably, okay?
It's the feeling that you get when you're trying to talk about, get a point across, and you start crying. That's the feeling I get. Like, where I'm just like, okay, let's cry after. Let's cry later. But, like, the feeling just comes. And my snot is, like, running. I'm a toddler with a cold.
People are going through hard times.
Yeah, people are always going through hard times. And I think that's something that's very beautiful that I've really been trying to soak in and notice in humanity is that this innate feeling in people to never give up and to just like keep pushing through and keep fighting and keep getting up and doing the things you need to do. And I feel like these stories also remind me of that, where it's like, the little bit of relief that others can provide to other people who are just trying their best not to give up gives you that little push to continue on. It's like everyone's just trying not to give up. Everyone's just pushing through. Everyone's pushing through something hard. Everyone's just going and trying to stay the course and trying not to lose hope and trying not to just give up. And I think that the small things we can do for people is good for humanity and society and in your community, to just be kind and do these little things that may not mean a lot to you, but might be the reason that person doesn't give up. Might be that little moment that clicks for them, that shows them that there's more to live for, that there's more to push for, that there's
people out there who are good
who
and
care.
100%.
And I think it's a really beautiful thing, like the the I don't know, just like the human experience of just never giving up and to get back up and to brush yourself off and to keep going, and also people helping others while they're going through something hard as well. I think is really beautiful and something to focus on instead of the negative. Like it's more like Mr. Rogers always said, like focus on the helpers. Like you'll always find the helpers in situations. And the more you focus on that, the more you're going to look for ways to help. And the more you're going to see opportunities and people, and you're going to notice people's suffering and you're going to want to help them.
Totally. I feel like also just with our world being very online, sometimes we can lose that very quick, because I think it's very easy to see all the negative things in the world and to see the division and just people, it really is a matter of, obviously that all does exist too, all of that negativity and that hardship. But I think like if you are in a position, even just like emotionally, if you are emotionally available to help other people, it's like you said, it could just be something small to you that you don't even like that, seeing a mom struggle and just being like, hey, can I help you with your bag? Or like, can I help you hold this or something? Like these people are writing stories into our podcast about how that small moment like meant so much to them. And I feel like this episode always reminds me to like that I want to do that more, because again, I think you can just get in your own world and you're busy and you're overwhelmed with your own stuff that sometimes it's hard to even like see opportunities around you to help in little ways, but those little things can truly mean so much. And I love this episode so much.
I love people.
Me too. So let this be your reminder and a little source of inspiration that there are so many good people out there. And
I also think let people know too. Like let people know that they've done something nice for you. I think that's another thing too, is if someone's done something really kind for you and it has made an impact, maybe even years later, like let them know, because that might be a kind thing for them. They may not even realize that they did that, and that might be, you repaying them.
Yeah, and something that gives them hope or a little boost that they maybe needed. A little reminder of their confidence and stuff for their confidence. But happy Thanksgiving, guys. I don't want to sob uncontrollably more, but we're so grateful for you guys. We're so grateful that we get on these podcast mics and just ramble every week, and that we got to see so many of you in person and hang out on our tour. And we're so grateful we met some girls who proclaimed, they were
I don't want to cry. Wrap it up.
I know they said they were saying that they're silent listeners. Like when we would meet certain girls, they'd be like, I'm a silent listener. And we're like, oh, you guys are so special to us. Even if you don't comment or ever literally acknowledge our existence, we are so grateful that you just listen to our podcast and that we're all in this little, we feel like we're all in this room together just chatting. So thank you guys so much for being such a big part of our lives and for allowing us to live close to each other and have all of these experiences. We love you guys so, so, so much. And
that's what we said. Bye.